Hey guys, yeah, it's me again. This is Meg and you are welcome to another edition of the Kuulpeeps new music this week. Now this week I'm going to talk about 4 very solid albums that dropped in the past few days. Talk about Amari. I don't even want to waste time. I just want to talk about Amari. I can even use this whole episode to talk about Amari because Amari's album is so good, so good. Like the minute you start listening to it, I think she mentioned this, but you immediately know that this album is for all the bad bitches. I mean, if you know you are a bad bitch, you need to listen to Amari's album. If you are not a bad bitch, you should listen to the album and knock your inner bad bitch out because see, I love the album. I love the album so much. It's a fusion of different genres, right? But you wouldn't really notice it because you know Amari's voice, it's like air. So then you're just gliding through all of the songs and before you know it, you are done. And then you're like, is the album done? And then you put it on repeat and you keep listening to it. See, her album makes me want to do bad things. It makes me want to do bad things. Pop pills and shack up in some coded location with somebody's son for like 1 week. See, go and listen to the album. I have nothing else to say.
Jumping ship, done with this, more than done with this. Pour me another drink, take another sip, and another sip.
Now, another album I'm really feeling is Guidochi's Mixed Feelings. Now, I don't really know much about his music. I think this will be his debut project, but I really liked it. The first thing that hit me was his voice. I noticed his voice so hard. His voice it's strong and it's smooth. And if you like Afrobeats, you'd really dig this project. You really will. I enjoyed it. And he had just one feature. That was just Stonebwoy. And I would have loved to see more features, but not in sport because he's good. He is good. Like I said, the one thing that kept hitting me on each track was his voice. Like so strong and smooth. Another album I recommend you immediately start listening to is Darko Vibes' new project, The Cornerstone. I think it's an EP. Personally, after listening to this and after listening to Palongo, the Palongo album that he dropped some months ago, I think I like alternative music Darko Vibes better than Afrobeats Darko Vibes. He can go give a hook to someone for some Afrobeats jam, but I personally feel he should keep up with the trap and stuff because I really fuck with the Cornerstone album. I really like it. Chef's kiss.
Let me be yours, close to you, yours. Me don't know about them, see me know about we. The cash in your corner, man is stressing real life problem.
Now another Ghanaian making me so happy is Strongman. So Strongman, I remember listening to his EP sometime back, STN, Still That Nigga EP. And I was like, hey, this guy can rap because I always hear about him. People always say he knows how to rap. I had never really paid attention to his music. He has dropped an album and I think the album is good. We all know he's a rapper. But then I like the way this album is full of commercial songs. He has a few like heavy hip-hop stuff. There was one, Flawless. I really enjoyed Flawless. He dropped Flawless before dropping the album. And it looked like he was throwing jabs at some rappers. And, you have to listen to it. And you would immediately know the kind of people he was talking about. But I think that was a dope project that dropped that everyone needs to listen to.
Still fresh, no house, still fresh. Big boy, big boy, big boy. I'm a big boy, big boy, big boy.
What I talked about, I mentioned I was going to talk about only Ghanaian songs, but let me slide one Niger person in here. Davido's A Better Time album. I know Wizkid fans are going, oh, this album is better than... Honestly, the first time I listened to Davido's album, I felt like, ooh, this is noise. But as Davido's albums usually go, or as his songs usually go, after I listened to it again, I was like, hey, This is a jam. See, I hated Femme, but then now I'm listening to Femme all the time. I love it. I like something fishy. I like... Go on Kuulpeeps.com. I did a whole top 5 jams of the project. I wouldn't necessarily call the album like a giddy really good album, but then I will say that there are a lot of jams on there, and those jams are going to make December lit. Okay, so now let's move on to the gossip for today. So this isn't necessarily gossip because I know most of you know, but I just want to talk about it. So Wizkid mentioned that he will be dropping a deluxe version of Made in Lagos. And it's interesting, like I keep seeing tweets about Made in Lagos every few minutes where someone is talking about it being trash or someone is talking about it being really good. And I really hope he is doing the deluxe version, and maybe the deluxe version will have the kind of songs that some of his fans want and are craving and couldn't get it on the Made in Lagos album. So they are thinking that the album is trash. It's a good move though. It's a very good move. And I think it will make him one of the few Nigerian artists who actually have a deluxe version of the album. Now on to our music tip for today. I think today I should just make the music tip a celebration of the fact that we don't have just one playlist curator, Hamatan Rain, in Ghana, but then we have Imula now too. Imula is now an official playlist curator for Apple Music. Pitch your music to them. What's better than getting your song featured on playlists curated by Ghanaians? Do you know what this means for Ghanaian artists? Do you know what this means for Ghanaian music? Find out how to pitch your music to them. You can check Kuulpeeps.com for how to pitch to Imula. It's pretty simple. I already told you guys about the importance of playlisting. So do out and then reach to the people around you now. As usual, God bless. This was Meg. Share, comment, like, you know what to do. See you all next week.